What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to yet another King James video. Now today I wanted to make a quick little video talking about some 35mm film stocks that you should be shooting in 2022. And at the very end of this episode, I will be talking about what used to be my absolute favorite color film and why you should be shooting it right now in 2022. Let's go. Alright everyone, now before we jump in and talk about these film stocks, man, first and foremost, drop a like and subscribe. If you guys are brand new to this channel, we make film photography / street photography content weekly, 3 videos weekly. But with that said, man, my favorite time of the year is coming around, and I want to talk about some film stocks that I like to shoot during the fall / autumn season that get really good results. Now, there are 3 film stocks that we will be talking about today, and I'm not going to go into full detail on each of them, but I will be sharing some sample photographs and just what I like about them. If you're looking for a full review on each of these film stocks, I will leave those in the description below. But let's go ahead and get started with the very first film stock, you guys. And that film stock, you guys, is this one right here, Kodak UltraMax 400. Now, Kodak UltraMax 400 has been a staple piece inside of my film rotation for a very long time. I used to buy these in bricks of 10 to 15 at a time, and I would just go to town with UltraMax. Now, this film stock gives off a really nice neutral but warm looking image, and when you're doing things in the sun, or especially when fall comes around, you're going to be start photographing all of those color changes in the scenery. UltraMax is going to do a really good job of not only capturing like the oranges and the reds, but also giving you a neutral enough color scheme to be able to do portraits, you know, just maybe everyday photography, street photography, and overall it's a very versatile film stock. Not to mention it is also 400 ISO, which makes it a little bit more versatile on those cloudy days when you need some extra stops of light. Now, UltraMax comes in 24 exposure as well as 36 exposure, and if you guys want to pick this film up, I will be leaving some links in the description below to where you can get it. But that is the first film stock, you guys, Kodak UltraMax 400, one of my go-to cheaper options when it comes to 400 ISO color film. Now, as much as I love UltraMax, the next film stock we're going to be talking about is the one that I prefer in the Kodak family, and that, folks, is Kodak Gold 200. Now, Kodak Gold 200 and Portra 400 I rank probably number 1 and 2 up at the top of all film stocks that I like to shoot, and for good reason. The Kodak Gold 200 that I know of with 35 and 120 give off this really nice warm tone, as well as give you almost like a vintage look and feel to your images. So maybe you're doing concert photography or party photography, or maybe you just like to shoot casually, or if you really want to get out and shoot some landscapes, Kodak Gold 200 is going to do the trick. In my opinion, Kodak Gold is a little bit warmer than Portra sometimes. It doesn't often give off that almost pastel feel that Portra does, but it gives you more, again, of that vintage early 2000s look that everyone loves and enjoys. But the one drawback though of Kodak Gold that I've noticed was that it's 200 ISO. So if you're looking for something with a little bit more range, you could go for UltraMax, but if you know you're going to be shooting in conditions where, you know, 200 ISO permits, I would highly suggest you guys check out Kodak Gold. It has been my favorite color film for a very long time, probably a year now, and I shoot it almost every month because of how much I love it. As a matter of fact, I shot it last week asking strangers for portraits in San Francisco, and if you want to check that video out and just kind of sample the feel that it gives for portraits, I will be leaving a link in the upper right hand corner of this video. Right hand corner, right? And last but not least, you guys, the film that I would highly recommend everyone go pick up a few rolls of is a film stock that used to be my favorite film stock of all time. The only reason why I don't consider this to be my favorite film stock anymore is because of Kodak Gold. I fell in love with the way it looks. This next film stock is absolutely breathtaking, and it's a film stock that I created an entire project on. That film stock, you guys, is Lomo 800. Now, this is Lomo 800 from Lomography. It's an 800 ISO color film, and it comes in these 3 packs. And you guys, this has got to be one of my most favorite film stocks ever created. First things first, it is 800 ISO. You can push this to 1600 and shoot it at night, or you can overexpose it to 400 ISO and get some really nice pastel light colors. But being 800 ISO, a native 800 ISO film, it gives you that flexibility to not only stop down and shoot in the sunlight, but if you wanted to, you could shoot in the dark, you could shoot under overcast weather. Regardless regardless of the weather, you guys, Lomo 800 will show up and it'll do its job. Now this film stock, what I really love about it is the saturation and just the overall kind of cinestill-like looking images that it can give in those kind of darker situations. I wouldn't say it's exactly like Cinestill 800T, more so like a cyan color scheme or color feel. When shot in different weather, it gives off different looks. So if you shoot it in the colder kind of weather, it almost looks, like I said, like a cyan color cast. You get really nice punchy yellows as well as these nice teals and blues. But when you shoot this thing in direct sunlight or just in warmer toned weather, you will get warmer looking images, similar to something like Ektar or like Portrait. And so the versatility is absolutely insane. And you guys, it is not a slide film whatsoever, but some of the images that you get out of here do give off kind of that slide film look. And so if you're looking for a film that can be extremely flexible with ISO, that can give you different looks in different types of weather, you guys need to try and check out Lomo 800. Absolutely amazing film stock. So there you have it, you guys. Those are 3 film stocks you need to try now in 2022. Leave a comment down below if you guys have any other recommendations on film stocks that I could try, or maybe some that you really enjoy. But for now, subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, Minolta Gang.